Can we study abroad without IELTS? As a study abroad counselor, I get this question almost daily. So today I decided to make a YouTube video on this to provide what I believe is a definitive and detailed answer on this very valid question. And to answer the question directly, yes, a big yes, you can study abroad without IELTS. Depending on the university and course you're applying to, you can submit a medium of instruction letter from your university where you completed your undergrad, or you could get an exemption based on the score you get in your 12th standard. And you can also opt for other English proficiency tests such as TOEFL or Duolingo English test. But I know that you already knew this. You've gone through a million blogs and read a billion Reddit threads, and yet you are here watching this video, and that means only one thing. You have to appear for the IELTS test because the course that you've chosen requires an English proficiency score to be submitted. So let's get to the main question. Why do you want to avoid the IELTS test, and are the reasons really valid, or are you just wasting your time trying to look for an alternative when you should actually be preparing for the test? There are three main reasons why students do not want to take the IELTS test, and I will discuss these in detail. But before I get to that, let me introduce myself formally. My name is MANIL, and I mentor students who want to go study abroad and guide them to get admissions to the top universities globally. I also prepare students for the IELTS test, and this channel is where I share the knowledge that I've gained working over the years. Now, let's get started. The reasons. There are three commonly stated reasons for wanting to avoid the IELTS test. These are expenses, difficulty, and laziness. Let's look at each of these quickly. Expensive. I completely agree with this one. At the time of recording this video, the IELTS test fee is 18,000 rupees, and this fee is increased almost every year. So this is only bound to get more expensive. And for students who may need to appear more than once, this can get really expensive. So yes, this is a valid reason to want to avoid the test. But what do you do if that is not possible? You have to give the test. Now, this is where I have a very important piece of advice. Get good guidance and training. I see students try and save money by going to the most affordable coaching center. Unfortunately, the instructor at the institute would personally struggle to get to band 6 or 6.5 on most of the sections. So you can only imagine what poor training would be made available to you. Instead, look for a good instructor who knows what they are doing. Pay the extra amount and get good coaching. I personally offer IELTS prep coaching as well, and I definitely sit in the more expensive bracket. But trust me, what I can teach you in 10 hours would be far more effective and useful compared to an instructor who's, let's say, faking it. If you want my guidance, you can reach me through the link in the description to find out about my fee and how I can prepare you. Now, moving to the next reason, difficulty. For some people, not knowing enough English could be a reason that makes the test difficult. While for others, it could be that they get stressed out in the exam environment, even though their English overall is good. Now, for me, this is not a very valid reason to avoid the test. This one needs a solution instead. So let's first look at weak English. This is a problem that has to be overcome at all costs if you want to move abroad. I mean, once you get there, you will have to speak in English to get a job and live your daily life. For students who are weak in English, I suggest that you can look for a good local teacher who can teach you sufficient English. But for those of you who struggle with test anxiety, I have a different solution. Stop thinking about the score or your university goals. That is what is causing the anxiety. You have your larger goal. Now forget it and set a daily goal and work towards it. And start from the bottom or scratch. The more you fix your fundamentals, the more confident you will be. Laziness. Now for me, this would be a very valid reason if I were the one preparing to appear for the test, but as a trainer, I unfortunately cannot agree with this one. So put your bum in a chair, get the back straight, and start preparing for the test. It only takes a couple of hours of daily learning to get excellent scores on the test. And here is an excellent piece of advice for you. Once again, break it down. Forget the big goal that you've set for yourself. You know what you want to get. Write it somewhere and forget it. Now start breaking down your prep into small daily goals and work to achieve those. This is how you get the preparation done. You're lazy because you're looking at only the big goal without setting the path to it. If you're struggling to get daily goals or break it down, get the guidance of a good trainer. Now you know how to reach me. The link is in the description. It will open a WhatsApp conversation. Drop me a hi and say you want IELTS coaching. Or if you want guidance for the entire study abroad application process, say you want to study abroad. I look forward to hearing from you and also see you in the next video.